Welcome back, y'all. Episode 2, here we are. We're here again at Team NXG. It's striking tonight. I'm pumped. Let's see what Coach Big Michael Bateman's gonna, what he puts us through, what he teaches us, see how the sparring goes. Yeah, you got, come on, we know the drill. Let me just shut up and get to it, okay? All right, here we go.
That makes sense?
Well, welcome back, y'all. Look who came crawling back. If it didn't y'all. Anyways, hey, we're gonna go ahead and do this, I don't even know what you call this, analyzation, commentary, where you're hearing what's going through my head during all this against my opponents. And so, let's jump into it. Okay, so this guy, his name's Jesse. He was really cool. And, this is actually the first sparring round of the night. And, I challenged him because he had that camouflage 3-piece I know what I'm doing sparring suit on. So I was like, yeah, I'll challenge this guy. He looks at least like he knows what he's doing. And I'm having fun. He is actually really good. And I love the pace that he chose when we first started. It was it's like he was like, what a gentleman. I love when you go to academies and you have people who have good etiquette and we're not fighting for like, you know, a UFC title belt right into it. But anyways, all right, let me get into this. Okay, hold on, who the freak is texting me? Seriously? Hold on, y'all. Jeez, when you're popular. Okay, so here we go. So over here, see, now that I haven't been watching for that split second, I lost what's going on. Let me see. Okay, so here I'm trying to use my kind of an evasive defense. I put my hands down a lot. That's just my style. You know, I'm not telling you that you have to do it that way, or, you know, you do what works for you. But I don't know. I got long arms, so I use them as a counterbalance. So it makes it easier for me to evade. Works for some people. Some people have a better. I suck with my hands up, in all honesty, or maybe I've been doing it too long. Whatever. See, I just got punched right there in the face. So anyways. Okay, so trying to use the evasive, trying to read his stuff, sticking my head out a little bit to base when I see him coming. Oh, geez, did I hit him? I wonder if I really hit him. We should do a playback, or if he's just stalling. No, I'm just, golly. Hey, you know what? If any females are watching this, there you go. That's how you win a fight instantly. You just aim for a guy's, peacock. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. I just... a little too much caffeine right now. Okay, so he goes for that. I go for the check. Aim for a head kick. Tried to not put a lot into it just in case, because I didn't know if he'd be ready. So kind of did another. So kind of doing hand feints, same things. I sped it up a little bit. But by then I could tell he knew how to check him and read him. So I was just like, all right, I can put a little more. And so we're in here. He does a good job of putting his shoulder into his cross. Like, I mean, there are some other rounds that I did not catch on here or didn't get on film. See what I'm saying? Like, it's a good evasion as he's thrown and he protects himself. So it was good for him. And so kind of in here, let's see. So he was saying, oh, it almost hit me, but I secretly just need to catch my breath. Jesse, if you're watching this, you're awesome, man. I love you, dude. I'm just having fun. That's my bad. I apologize again. That was low of me. I'm sorry. No pun intended. And so anyways, trying to work my jab. When I start leaning, my legs, of course, become susceptible to kick. So I kind of have to, like, fade in and out. That was a kick we just learned from the coach. And what was great is he did this incredible lesson about how to chain, like, high and low combos together. And I mean, I used it, like, over and over. And it was very simple but unbelievably effective. Okay, let's see. So in here, I'm kind of faking, trying to see where he's at. Use a jab to kind of measure my distance. I'm trying to see where he's at. Same thing, I'm trying to be advancing. And by kind of activating head movement, even if the punch isn't coming or not, it can be confusing to an opponent, so it makes it harder for them to pick a combo. So as you can see, he's being smart about it. He's not committing. He's like testing. He's like kind of doing feints to see how I react. And he can, which I have to be careful. So when I fight southpaw, this is kind of like I stole like the Mayweather defense style where I'll, or like a Nate Diaz style where you kind of like lean it a little bit. So he caught the leg, busted me up twice, you know. It was good. which I got to be careful of properly stepping when throwing a kick if I'm like in the pocket. So same thing. So there we go. I've been trying to also work throwing uppercuts from like off angles, which some people say never do. Some people say do. You know, I don't care, you know, because every good idea I have flies right out the window in the middle of the round. But yeah, so that was our first round. And next up, we got Josh. This was a good guy. He's a really cool guy. Had a good heart, too. Just a good old boy. Never meaning no harm. And so, why did I just tie him being a good person to Dukes of Hazzard? I have no idea. All right, so here we are. So he's working his kind of jab cross combo. So same thing, just kind of feeling out with the jab. Which half the time I'll do that out of like courtesy and to read them. So that way their hands are naturally up before I throw any head kicks. And if it seems like they have good response, then I might try to change it up a little bit. So at that point, I was trying to circle to the outside. Let me see. Just kind of playing with the jab. Seeing how much they're going to evade. And so now he starts coming kind of being the aggressor. Which is smart that he threw the body shot. Because if somebody's leaning, that's like low shots are the answer to what I'm doing. Let's see. Let's check them out. Let's see. So kind of try to set up a little bit of like a teep push kick. If I feel like I'm getting crowded a little bit, sometimes I'll go for one of those, which is more of like a defense. So the same thing, he's throwing the crosses, using the jab to feint. Same thing. See, what ends up happening there is as he begins circling to my inside, if we did a playback, like they kind of set the kick up for you. You don't have to do a big pivot step almost. I mean, you still need to step, you know. Same thing, fading. Then kind of doing low. So fake, tie to low to just kind of test him. So I'm trying to get him to pay attention to the legs now, and then I'll kind of go back up top. Same thing, doing some head evasion, trying to stay in the pocket but still be evasive. Same thing, like because half the time, yeah, that's what happens. You throw it in there, and with this move, I have to be ready to like recoil my head back right there, yeah, to avoid that. But he caught me on that one. Because I'm honestly staying in this in an evasive stance for too long, but that's the beauty of sparring is you kind of figure stuff out. I'm kind of even as we're doing this, I'm learning how long can I play in this evasive stance before I have to like change. And there were some times when we sparred where I had to drop it, you know. So same thing. He kind of goes to the body, which was smart. We go. See, now I'm having to throw the crosses to try to recreate distance. And to try to get him a little wary. So same thing, I see if he's like evading, so trying to set it up. He keeps going towards my power side, so I answer with that kick anytime he does that. Let's see. See, he circles to the power side, which is his outside, or both of our. Let's see. I stance switch. It's just something I do. A lot of people don't agree with that. Again, I don't care. There we go. So trying to do that, like I said, the off center. But without sacrificing like a base. Kind of becomes a little bit more work on your core when you're throwing from that angle. But same thing, just trying to change it up. Let's see. So same thing, doing a cross. Like, see, now when I see that charge, like, see, he's charging, now I'll activate my offense a little bit more to try to keep him in check. He's a good kick, which kind of checks me from coming after him. Same thing. So now I'm being a little bit more wary because if I start to see like a bull rush, that's when I begin to really, really activate a lot of like punches. But I already fight with like see what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons also like when you come forward, it becomes a little easier to check too. So that's how we check that kick. Same thing. Coach is giving us tips from the outside. Now he's kind of level changing, which becomes a little bit more confusing. So see, now that I'm in kind of invasive, $100 as I start coming back. Yeah, see, there it is. Yep. I'm like, hold on. All right. Yeah, see. So then we throw the cross. Same thing. By then it's like I've kind of memorized his timing by now. To where it's like after I throw that, he circles to my power side, so you can begin setting up like a jab with a kick. A lot of this, like even though I'm saying it like I know what's happening, you halfway know what's going on, but a lot of it's also instinct. Like if you begin training certain combos, this is why you do your training. It'll be there when you need it without having to so much think about it. Same thing if I start getting just that rush, start activating some kicks, I want his base to come to slow it down. Same thing, using the evasion to get out of there, but now it's like I'm having to use the jab. There we go. Kind of start messing with this. Is something I'll do to confuse people. Oh, and then the round's already over. Yeah, but that was it.
All right, y'all, let's do the conclusion of this place. All right, so episode 2, it's been fun. Let me recap this thing. Okay, so first off, I want to talk about Coach's striking style. Like his teaching, it was incredible. He speaks in principles, but even in striking, one of the things I love that he talked about is when you're going after someone, like the importance of changing levels even with your strikes, like the mix-up. He said this phrase that was, what was the phrase? He says, there's no advanced techniques, only your basic fundamentals being applied in an advanced method. It was something like that, but it was beautiful because it was like, it's so true. You don't need this spinning backflip kick or something. It's like he was saying, it's like, attack high, fake high, go low, attack low, go high, chain your combinations when you're going up and down. So you're not trying to like be better at striking, you're not trying to hit harder, you're not trying to do anything like that. He was saying you're basically trying to mentally defeat your opponent through creativity, almost. Not even advanced creativity, like a simple but efficient creativity. And so it's like, I loved how he's teaching. I mean, the atmosphere of the class, even just as people were going, as people were working, it's like a ton of camaraderie, and then the guys that I sparred with, I sparred with Josh, and then I sparred with another guy named Jesse, and it was just like, man, everybody is like a reflection of that too. It's like, even when I went to everyone, there was a lot of technical fighting here, and I've been to some places where you brawl, and you're trying to be technical as they're brawling, and you gotta like take a hard punch in the face at some point, and just suck it up and keep choosing to be technical. Like here, you don't have to worry about it. It's like everyone was getting better. So it's been fun. It's been awesome. It's been a great experience. I'm gonna go ahead and do one more day here. So hopefully episode 3 will be the no-gi class here. But other than that, it's been good. So, I don't know what you're doing right now, and I have a feeling that you probably are being fat. All right, there's enough of that in the world. So why don't you get yourself on the mats? Find your MMA academy near you, or if you're passing through Montgomery, Alabama, hey, Team NXG, baby. Hey, but we'll talk to y'all soon.